All right, today we're tackling one of the biggest questions out there right now. What's the real point of AI? Is it here to replace us, or is it here to make us better? Well, a powerful new framework called TISE says it's absolutely the latter. It's a vision for a future where it's not about making smart machines, but about making us smarter. Let's get into it.
Pretty much every single conversation about AI, whether you're at a conference or just talking with friends, it really boils down to this one huge question. Are we building our own replacements, or are we building our future collaborators? And the answer we choose? Well, it's not just going to define the tech, it's going to define our future.
Well, there's a new philosophy out there that says the answer is, without a doubt, collaboration. It's called Triune Intelligence Smart Engineering. We'll just call it TISE for short. And it's not just some high-level theory. Nope. It's a practical roadmap for designing technology that is built, from its very core, to empower people, not to replace them.
So first, let's get our heads around the core idea. TISE isn't just about a new way to code. It's a completely new way to think about engineering. The big idea here is to shift our goal from building tools that solve problems for us to building systems that actually help us solve our own problems. It seems subtle, but that difference is absolutely massive.
This quote just nails it. I mean, think about it, right? So often we get a piece of tech that's kind of like a black box. It just fixes something on its own. TISIS has a totally different, and you could say a higher vision, to empower the human, the stakeholder, to become the problem solver themselves.
So what exactly is TISE? Well, at its heart, it's a design framework for blending three different kinds of intelligence. It's about combining our own human smarts, our natural intelligence, with the raw power of artificial intelligence, and the wisdom of the crowd, our collective intelligence. This means we're not just building an app anymore. We're designing an entire system where the human isn't just a user, but a critical, essential part of the whole thing.
And this whole philosophy rests on 5 really key pillars that totally set it apart. First, the tech should never replace us. Second, its whole purpose is to empower us to solve our own problems. Third, the tools and systems we build are never fully autonomous. The fourth one changes the engineer's role. They're now working through the technology to help the user. And finally, the ultimate goal isn't just to be more efficient, it's to enable all of us to achieve so much more.
Okay, so the philosophy, it's pretty compelling, right? But how in the world do you actually build something like this? Now we're going to pop the hood and look at the TISE blueprint to see exactly how these big ideas get turned into a real working system.
This brings us to that triune part of the name, this idea of a 3-part intelligence. It's not just about the AI. It's a hybrid system where you have our natural intelligence, our gut feelings, our ethics. You have the artificial intelligence, the computation and analysis. And you have the collective intelligence, the shared wisdom and norms of our communities. The real magic of TISE is designing a system where these 3 things are designed to actually boost each other, to make the whole system way smarter than the sum of its parts. So how does this all get organized? Well, it's this 4-layer architecture. But it's not just some static tech stack. It's a living, breathing value chain. You start at the bottom with fundamental research. That research fuels the technology. That tech gets woven into a human-centered system. And that system delivers a real-world application that solves a real human need. It's a direct pipeline from a deep idea all the way to human impact. Okay, so what drives this whole thing? It's these 2 key engines. And the analogy they use is perfect. It's the muscle and the brain. The core engine is the muscle. It's the raw, computational powerhouse doing all the heavy lifting, all the data crunching. And then you have the Poodle engine. That's the brain. It's the smart, adaptive control system that handles the learning, the interaction, and basically steers the whole ship.
So, what's the big deal with this poodle brain? Let's look at this chart. You've probably heard of other control loops, right? Like OODA or PDCA. They're all about acting fast or being super efficient. But look at Poodle. It has this 5th, absolutely critical step built right in: learn. This means the goal isn't just to do a task. The goal is to make the entire system, that's the human and the AI, smarter and better with every single interaction. It's designed to evolve.
Okay, that was a lot of theory, I know. So to really see how this plays out, let's make it real. Let's walk through a case study to see what this looks like in the wild, a smart diabetes management app that was designed from day one using this TISE philosophy. So, if we go back to that value chain, we're starting at the very top, the human problem. And what the designers realized is that for folks with diabetes, the problem wasn't a lack of data. No, they were drowning in data. The real day-to-day struggle was figuring out how to turn all those numbers into real, sustainable habits. So instead of just building another dashboard, which is, the classic approach, they designed a truly symbiotic system. The app doesn't just throw graphs at you. It actively reaches out, it interacts with you, offering up personalized prompts. It's designed to be a partner in your health, not just a passive tool on your phone. And here's what that actually looks like in practice. Check this out. The AI spots a pattern, but it doesn't just bark an order at you. It offers a helpful, empowering choice. Notice the language here. Want to try a suggestion? It's collaborative. It's asking a question. It treats the user as the expert on their own life, which makes them a true partner in managing their health. And here's where we see that brain and muscle working together. The core engine, the muscle, is in the background, crunching the numbers and predicting the trends. But it's the poodle engine, the brain, that's taking all that user feedback. Every single time the user taps, "This was helpful," or ignores a suggestion, the system is completing that all-important learn step. It's getting smarter and more personalized for you over time. So let's zoom all the way back out and look at the big picture here. Because let's be real, this is about way more than just building a better app for diabetes. Adopting a philosophy like TISE, it has huge implications for how we design our future and for our entire relationship with technology itself. And honestly, this final quote just hits the nail on the head. The biggest challenge we face, the real grand prize, isn't about making machines that are smarter than we are. The real challenge and the real opportunity is to design systems that let us become smarter and more capable with our machines. This is really a call to action for anyone out there who designs or builds things. The job is changing. It's not enough anymore to just build a cool, isolated tool. The future belongs to those who can architect these complex, incredible systems of human empowerment. So at the end of the day, TISE gives us this incredible new lens to look through. It's a chance to shift our entire focus from automation to augmentation, from replacement to collaboration. And that really leaves all of us with a pretty powerful question to think about. If you could build a system like this, what problem would you empower people to solve?